Hi guys, I would be making instruction of reaching out for this error code. So basically, this is just the same with hexadecimals and ELLs and X's. So we only have to get or research for the proper error code on Google. So let's take, for example, this first entry. So that's it. So it's this one is an HTTP 200 error code. So this would belong to I mean the list of HTTP errors. So the most familiar one or the most famous one I think is HTTP 400, which is a bad connection error. So for this one, alright guys, so for this one, this would be called we would be using HTTP 200 as an error code. Oops, sorry for that. Alright, so that would be the error code for this one. And as usual, we have to get the proper website, the link for this one. Alright, there you have it. And let's take another example for you to have an idea. So for this simple keywords here, we only have to remove the word code in there. So and then Google it later on. Alright, so again we have to scroll down just to verify that this is indeed a valid error. Okay, so we just take one example here. That one. Copy the link. Add this one. And also put error 1646. Excuse me for that one. I have to exit it for a while. Okay, so we only remove the word code in between and then put the proper error. So let's take, for example, another one. So this one which has a lot of errors on it. I mean, very long keyword, so we have to chop it and act like a wordsmith, a physical wordsmith, in which we try to slice up the words. And let us see if something will come up or something will show up in here. Still none. Okay. Then we can try to cut that one. And then, alright, something shows up. I think it's not relevant. And the last one, still none. So for this one, I think we just have to simply place not applicable as a sign. So please take note this would not be considered as valid. Alright, for this one, which contains numerals, but I presume and I suspect that this is just a module of our laptop, as I thought. The G62149WM is a module of a laptop. So this would also be a not applicable error. Of course, we don't put the website because there is no specific error codes on it. Okay, for example, this one we have some hexadecimal in here. So just like the hexadecimal, some error would be inserted here. So just like for this one. Of course, we still have to research it, Google it for the proper error. So 0xxx is a legitimate error. So So we copy one, and then the yeah, the I mean the website link. So that's basically the process for this one. Okay. Oops. This is there's something like some error here. We better get this one. A forum from Microsoft which answers all queries and questions regarding the yeah. This is a valid website like this one, which specifically answers this query. I mean this error. Alright, another example. 8004 error. I mean 8804 error. So of course we simply Google it and then we have to inspect and judge. So for this one, always take note that the word error should always come first. Okay. So error 8804. Error 8804. And then of course we simply put the we simply get the website for this one. Because that one is does not end in three periods, so we can just copy it directly from the Google search results. Because that is a valid website link. So let's take for example another instances of a different scenario. Okay, Internet Explorer 9 error message. So as you can see, this is just a very general error. I mean, it is not very specific, so there is no error code in there. So it simply says error message, but there is no code. Okay, no code. So we just simply put NA on it. And okay, another example. And also this one, there is no general error code, so it only says error. So no need to search the website for this one. We simply put NA and then put NA on it because there's no general error. So the point here is we have to be objective. We have to look at the keyword itself. Runtime error. Alright, for this one, we have to Google it, and then upon inspection, you can see that there is such an error called runtime error. So there's no error code on it, but because it's a runtime, so where runtime is one of those errors in Windows, so we better put runtime error and capitalize it, just like the DLL and the exe. Okay, so we simply put an A on it because there is no specific error. So, but for this one, next one after this runtime error, then we just put in, we simply verify it on Google again, and then as you can see, it's a runtime error, but it has a code. The code is Err0rC0des. So upon inspection for the rest of the Google search results, we can verify and conclude that it's a runtime error this time, but with a code which is R6016. So if it has a code, it should be spelled in small caps. Unlike for this one, it's in all caps because it's very general. I mean, it's very not specific, non-specific. Oops, sorry for that. We have to get the proper, proper website for this one. Okay, so we simply place the proper website for this one. Let's take for another instance of another examples. Yeah, runtime error. So we just verify it on Google if something is misplaced or misspelled. Alright, so it's a legal error. And then Err0rC0des, and then the website still. And then put card on it. I mean, put your name on it. Okay, so example. 3 Excel XML document 32. This is very big, so I think it just points up to this. Document 14. Okay, so there's no error code in it. So the point is you have to locate the error code. So there's error code, so we just simply put NA on it. Of course, if it's always an NA, there's no need for you to input the website anymore. Okay, word error. Oh, we get long error codes in here, so we have to search just like the other tabs. That's it for this one. Of course, we only extract the error code, which is 8000. So for this error code, which has very long, which has long digits, which usually has 6, above 8. You don't need to put the word error as a prefix. So we simply put or extract the long error code. But if it's only 4 digits or 3 digits, you need to put the word error before the numeral. But for this example here, it's also a very general, but at first glance it's a very general error because Windows Player 9 is a version of Windows Media Player, and I believe this doesn't point out to an error code or error number. Yes, because Player 9 is a series or a version for Windows Media Player. So, alright, so but for this one, Windows XP 1601, of course, there's an error code in there, and I presume it's 1601. Yes, it's error 1601. Okay, so skip this one. Then of course, get the proper website again. Then paste it here. Okay, one last example. Let's try to take a pic so that we can. This one, script Err0rC0des. So these are errors on the script. It's related to programming. So I think, yeah, we simply put. Because script error is an error on the programming language, so this is not really an error that it only points out to a line. So for example, this one is the first line, and then it means it is the 60th line in programming, just like in a letter. So we see for that instance we should simply put script Err0rC0des. So this is not really a hardware or software error, but instead a programming error. So we need to put script Err0rC0des. But for this one, of course, service factory errors. So you need to identify if it so you need to be able to identify if it's the numeral, if the numeral is pointing to a version of a software or to an error code. So you have to be very careful on that. So course we need googling so we can verify it.